So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is Grogar. He is driving the Tier 8 American medium tank, the Patton KR, the M46 KR. It's a bit of a weird tank. It's a bit of an all-rounder. It's not brilliant at anything, but it's pretty good at everything. So it's quite a reliable medium tank. Don't see it very often. It comes up, well, I say that, we'll only sell it every so often. It's not always available in the shop. He's coming up to the middle reg. Beauty about this tank is it has a very, very good turret and a pretty good gun depression. So like all American tanks, they tend to have thick heads and reasonable artillery on front. So he's working the middle ridge, which is a good place to be in this sort of vehicle. He's platooned up with two guys who are in SDA 2s, which is the Japanese Tier 8 premium medium tank. Wouldn't have expected to see them here, although they've got very good gun depression. Their turret is not great. In fact, none of their armor's great. But anyway, they're all working together in the middle here. Pushing the middle ridge, trying to keep those guys spotted in the center and try and work them over. He put a good shot into T-34. Now moving over the other side of the railway line, takes a hit from the MX50-100 as he does. Oh, and there's a Scorpion up there. That's a really nasty thing to take on. But he's working over. The beauty of that hill is great for view range and firing down on things in the middle. But the trouble is it's really exposed, as that Scorpion G found out, and he was taken down by a combination of Grogar and his teammates. So he's now on the other side of the railway line, and there appears to be a Cromwell who's dropped down into the lake down below, but it doesn't look like there's anything else over here. So Grogar's going to push the issue. He's realised that he needs to get forward. Oh, there's the Cromwell. Can he get a shot on him? Missed the first shot, which is a shame. That's a better shot. Nice shot. Good penetration on this tank, particularly into the side of a Cromwell, which doesn't have very good armour. So he's pushing forward. Can he get the kill? Incidentally, you may have noticed I'm using a different ModPack on. Well, it's the same ModPack, but different spotting and gun sights. Just as I fancied a change, so it's sort of fairly obvious when you've been spotted. So he's moving along here. There's the Jag Panther sitting up there. That's a really good place, mate, up until the point you get spotted, and then everyone just rips you a new one. He's been tracked down in that position, and yeah, that didn't go so well for him. So Grogar's carrying on down this side. He's, you know, one of the things you've got to learn when you're playing the World of Tanks, it isn't always about killing things. We all like shooting them. We all like killing tanks. But sometimes just getting the assist and spotting things for your team is the way to go, and it's what moves a game from being a good game into being an outstanding game. Takes a hit from a T-25-2 as he comes over, but is just eaten by his tracks, so he's lucky. Now he's behind. Now he's quite well hidden from those guys in the middle, and he can just lay down some smackdown. He really wants to take one of those guys, and they're in a real pickle, those guys, because they turn to face him. They get his platoon buddy and other guys coming the other side of him. If he turns to face then Grogar gets easy shots back the other way. So it looks like the Super Persian's had enough of this game and is moving straight towards Grogar. Grogar's trying to take guns out the game by the look of it, but can't manage to get the Jumbo out there, but he's still firing at the T-25, the Super Persian, let's call him that, because that's what he is. Can he take him down? No, he missed the kill shot. That's a shame. Well, it probably wouldn't have killed him. He doesn't have enough alpha to kill 300 hit points of a Super Pershing, but he can when they're down to very few. So he took him out. That's a good result. Pushing forward. One of the reasons why I picked this game was that he's firing standard AP. He's hardly fired. Well, he hasn't fired any premium at all yet. And I was looking at a game that I was going to feature, and the guy just fired solid gold all the time. And I thought, well, that doesn't really help us in terms of becoming better players, does it? It just shows that you've spammed gold, you're going to do well. And it's a worrying trend with with some good players, that they just spam gold all the time. And you know, the fact you can shoot through the upper plate of a tier 10 tank because you're firing gold doesn't really help us get better, whereas this guy is just firing standard rounds. And he's using the strength of this tank. He's using its thick turret, he's using his ability to fire on the move, he's using the mobility, and he's using the gun depression to keep firing and put down some real punishment on the enemy team. There's that 25-2. Takes a shot but blocks it with his turret armor. There's only 2 tanks left on the enemy. Hellcat, there he is. Now look at this. Just beautiful. Uses the slope here just to block any return fire from that Hellcat. There's 2 bounces from the Hellcat. One more shot, he'll kill him. That's a Tiger bounced as well. Now he's last man down against the Tiger. He's just going balls deep. He's got plenty of hit points. He's not worried about taking any damage. And will he get the kill? No, he doesn't. But great game. Good use of a tank. So what really impressed me with this review, or this game that he posted up here, was the really good use of the tank and its strengths and weaknesses. So he used that really good gun depression, good turret armor to very good effect. It's a fairly mobile tank, the KR, and he used that to get around that flank. I mean, okay, he was lucky because there was nothing very much on that side of the railway line where he pushed along. But he recognised that very quickly. He recognised that once the guys were cleared off the hill, there was only that Cromwell anywhere to be seen, and he could just push on. And he also recognised that you know, what takes a game from being just a good game to an outstanding game is often the assistance damage. And he acted as spotter. There were 3 TDs there down that other side of the railway line that, by him spotting, enabled his team to kill, and he got all the assistance damage on that, and that moves it from being a good game to an outstanding game. So he finished up with an ace tanker. He got spotter, hand of God, bruiser, fighter, fire for effect, patrol duty, which is unusual in a medium tank, steel wall, also unusual in a medium tank, and high caliber. Finished unsurprisingly top of his team, 3,167 damage, 4 kills, 1,742 base XP. His platoon buddy came second with 2,453 and 4 kills. And there's always one, isn't there? Always one platoon buddy who just doesn't quite make the grade. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking the mickey because it always seems to happen that way. 23 shots fired, hit with 18, penned with 16 for that 3,000 damage. At least half of it was at long range. So again, shows the versatility of that gun. Really nice gun on the career. He took 13 shots in return, only 4 of which penned him. The rest, 9 of them bounced off his turret for just over 1,000 block damage. And look at this, 4,144 assistance damage, and he spotted 8 vehicles. Fantastic job. That's what moved it from being just a reasonable game to a seriously good ace tanker. And look at the credit generation, 142,918 credits with a premium count. That's a massive game. No premium fired, no premium consumables used, so he made a wonderful profit of 126,684 credits. Even if he hadn't been running premium, still would have just shy of 80,000 would have made. So his American medium crew that he has in there, I have no idea what it is, but it's benefiting hugely from a load of extra experience in that game. It was ×3, gets a bonus for being a premium, bonus for being in a platoon, gave him a whacking 8,361 experience in that game. Even again, if he hadn't been running a premium count, still would have been 5,500. So yeah, just goes to show you don't need to spam gold all the time. And I'm, you know, you can shout hypocrite if you like. I use gold, but I try not to spam it. And you know, I think one of the things that frustrates me is watching reviews, as I'm beginning to now. I look at a lot of reviews for this channel, and so many of the really good players just go out and they just hit that number 2 button, and they just keep spamming the gold. And it doesn't show much skill. I mean, yes, they get in the positions to do the damage, and they are pretty good at stopping being hit themselves, but when you fire and you don't really have to aim, you just fire straight into the upper plate of whatever it is and just pen it because you've got a premium round, kind of takes the skill away. what's far more fun and entertaining for me is watching the guys like Grogar here working an enemy over and not needing any kind of premium, because he didn't need it. Did not need it. He got around the flanks, he took out tanks that he could take on, and never needed to dab that number 2 button. So good for him. Really, really impressed. Yeah, really good game. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click like and subscribe down below. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. It's free and it's easy, and I'd be really grateful if you do. In the meantime, have a good day and enjoy your games. Remember, it is just a game, and try not to take it too seriously. And I'll see you again soon. Gamer Dom out.